Miracles are not the end result. Miracles is the change in our awareness, the change in how we view a situation, which is what gratitude can and does shift. Hello gorgeous souls, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another one of my videos today. So in today's video, I want to give us all a refresh, a recap on the power of gratitude. This has been something that I've been working on personally very recently, so I wanted to share with you some reflections and just reminders that have been coming up for me around the power of gratitude. And if you're new to the power of gratitude, then you're in the right place, because that's exactly what we're going to be discussing. But if you're new here to my channel, then welcome. My name is Emma. I'm an award-winning life coach, 3 times best-selling manifestation author, law of attraction YouTuber here on my channel, and I'm the host of the #1 spirituality podcast on iTunes, Aligned Abundance. And here on my channel, I cover all things law of attraction, manifestation, spirituality, and self-help. So not only do I really hope you're going to enjoy this video, but the abundance of videos here on my channel over the last 10 years. So gratitude is something that is so commonly spoken about in the manifestation sphere. I feel like this is like the first thing you learn about when you find manifesting, of like, you must be grateful. The power of gratitude is what manifests things to you. And all of those things are absolutely true. Gratitude has the power to transmute any negative emotion, and it has the power to transform so many situations in our life and create so many miracles in our minds through transforming how we perceive and view situations. So there really are no limits to gratitude. You can use gratitude to manifest, gratitude to transform, gratitude to just live a great life and bring purpose and intention into your day. I would absolutely be lost with gratitude, and I know that so many of us can relate to this when we do our gratitude practice, when we express gratitude, just how magical life feels. And then when we experience the opposite of maybe not feeling grateful or feeling frustrated or feeling lack or maybe even complaining about something, we know how unmagical that then feels as well. And I'm going to bring my favorite book, The Magic, into this conversation. So I first came across The Magic right at the beginning of my journey. Literally after The Secret, it was the second book I picked up, and it changed my life in so many incredible ways. If you're an OG here on my channel, you will know how many times I have recommended this book to literally everybody who will listen. Like over the last 10 years of my channel, I would love to know how many times I've referenced this book. And of course, it's what inspired me to write my own book, Positively Wealthy, a few years later. And it's just been such a staple in my collection of books, in my manifestation practice. But I'll admit, I hadn't read it for quite a few years. I think it's been about 6 years since I last read this book, which is a huge amount of time, seeing as I was doing it like yearly, probably even more before that. And I always joke in my membership that I have probably earned myself, obviously I don't get paid commission for recommending the book at all, but I joke that I've probably recommended thousands upon thousands of people to buy this book, and also A Court of Thorn and Roses, also another book that will change your life, but is absolutely not gratitude focused or manifestation in the slightest, but it's a fantastic book on fairy romance that you will love. So between those two books, I could probably be a very wealthy woman if I was earning £1 for every book that I've sold to people. But all with great cause, because this book changed my life so much, and of course it deserves to change other people's lives as well. So recently, in my project of falling in love with life again, I've wanted to bring that spark, bring that awe and wonder back into my daily life. And I thought, you know what? I haven't done this book for 6 years. This is something that always brought awe and wonder into my life. It always just used to reset me, and you know what, I feel like this could really give me some great guidance. And I'm literally halfway through the book, so literally halfway through the 28-day challenge, and I kid you not, I'm like, oh boy, you needed this. Oh boy, you needed these reminders, Emma, because even me, after 10 years of being a manifesting expert, I forget things sometimes. I have to catch myself, and I have to hold myself accountable when I find myself complaining about things, or I find myself feeling lack, or I find myself, feeling disheartened by something. And by doing this challenge, even for the last 2 weeks, honestly, I just feel so much more gratitude. And it's just really given me so many powerful reminders that I want to share with you on the power of gratitude and just how powerful it can be. Because I feel like, when this book came out, when I spiritually awakened 10 years ago, everybody was like the power of gratitude, positivity, think positive, optimism. And then in 2020, when obviously the lockdown happened and the inner work came up for everybody, I feel like the self-help sphere then shifted into like, we need to honor our emotions, no toxic positivity. You know, we can't just be optimistic. We can't just, you know, think it's going to magically fix. We need to be honest and we need to be real and we need to honor our emotions. And all of those things are true, of course, and that there's a reason why that motion had to come through, of course, because there was, I would say, a not so great teaching on, you know, manifestation, law of attraction, positivity, around bypassing stuff, which isn't the energy of manifesting either. Authenticity is. But then I feel like we've kind of gone the other way in the industry, where it's now got so real and so focused on not bypassing anything that I feel like sometimes we lack a little bit of natural optimism. We lack a little bit of like actually being like, what if it could work out in amazing ways? So I want to be that reminder for you. If you felt like that recently, of you just feel like you've lost that awe and wonder, you feel like you've just lost that natural optimism that we all used to know and love, or maybe you're completely new to this journey, then first of all, go revisit the magic, because it will change your life. But secondly, invite gratitude back into that situation. I had felt frustrated about two situations in particular, and one of the practices in the magic was to thank the situation for everything. So instead of focusing on the problems, writing down, I think it was 10 things of, you know, what you're actually grateful for. So I was looking at the problem and I was like thanking that person for everything, like all the good times, all the amazing things. And my energy shifted. My energy, how I viewed the situation, how I viewed the person, how I viewed everything shifted in that moment. All because instead of complaining, I expressed gratitude. So I want you, every time you catch yourself, or as much as you can, obviously, every time you're going to complain about something, or every time you're thinking like, oh, this is so frustrating, catch yourself, stop yourself, and thank the situation. Find a reason for it to be grateful. Even if the situation is horrific, think of something else you can be grateful for. Just shift your energy into gratitude. Another practice actually in here that reminded me of something that I used to do and stopped doing, because obviously there's so many amazing tools and practices out there, so I've loved revisiting this practice and trying it again, is actually using gratitude to manifest. So writing your intentions as thank you for, and then your intention as if it's already happened. So I loved doing that exercise because I haven't done it for a while, and it felt just really expansive and magical to write them like that again, and actually be like, yeah, we can actually give the power of gratitude to our intentions as well before they've manifested. I think a lot of the time we think that gratitude only can exist for what we have already and, you know, once it's arrived, but we can absolutely give pre-gratitude for the things that are coming into our life and help them magnetize even more powerfully. Another practice, I love how I'm saying I'm sharing reminders and I'm literally just sharing practices from the book, but these have all been such powerful reminders for me. Another one that I loved was doing the thank you for the money exercise, is to write on each bill that you've paid, thank you paid, and anything that you need to manifest the money for, putting thank you for the money, whether it's in the email line, like forward it to yourself as a bill, or write on the bill. I just love this, and it's just such a simple practice that again we just forget to do. Like, it's great when we're in the book and we remember it, but it's like remembering all these things that we've done like 6 years later at this point for me. So it's been so nice, and it feels like I've actually just read the book for the first time again, which is so ironic because I've probably read this book, I would say, like over 50 times at this point. So the fact that it still feels fresh is so good, and I love that. And actually another one that I really loved and saw big shifts from, I'm just reading directly from the book at this point, is at the beginning of your day when you're like doing your intention setting practice. So I did this in my meditation, and simply you say afterwards, and thank you for the great news that's coming to me today. And without fail, something has always manifested when I've said that. So these are just some really simple, effective ways to express gratitude. And if you're wanting to deepen your gratitude, this is absolutely the book to do it with. I don't think I've actually read any better books on gratitude, like specifically on gratitude. So gratitude just has such a huge impact on our life. As we know, what we give thanks for grows and multiplies in our life. And I just feel like gratitude is so underrated sometimes, like so underrated. And I know that people moan about like doing a daily gratitude practice, and in the magic, doing 10 points of gratitude a day. And I always joke to people that is the quickest way to kill your gratitude. If you have the time to do it, fantastic. But for me, I settled on 5. 5 is my sweet spot, my magic number that feels expansive, joyful, and brings me so much happiness every day when I write them. It might be 3 for you, it might be 1. You have to make it work for you. Whatever gets you to that sweet spot of gratitude is always the right answer for you. And maybe you've fallen off your gratitude practice recently, and this is your reminder to get back into the power of gratitude and flow. And if you're feeling frustrated with a situation today, if you're like, gosh, I wish I could feel grateful for something, do that practice that I mentioned. Write 10 reasons why you are grateful for that person, for that situation, for that thing, and shift the energy. Without fail, it shifts it every time. I have so many clients who come to me and say like they have the most toxic job, they hate it, there's no way they could be grateful. And I'm like, okay, well, you're never going to manifest a job you do want until you're grateful for the toxic job. And that's not to, take away from the real emotions and what you're feeling, but it's saying, like, well, that toxic job is paying your bills, it's keeping a roof over your head. It's maybe you've got some work friends and it's allowed you to meet some amazing people. Maybe there are things to the job that you actually do really love and it gives you opportunities. So even in frustrating situations, we can change how we see things through the power of gratitude. And as we know, miracles are not the end result. Miracles is the change in our awareness, the change in how we view a situation, which is what gratitude can and does shift. And I always feel like life just feels so much more magical when we can be grateful, when we are in the energy and vortex of gratitude, whether that's a daily practice, whether it's doing a gratitude challenge, whether that's just simply sitting and just being like, wow, like, thank you, universe. And I had a moment of this actually yesterday when I was doing my magic practice. The task I was doing was writing down 10 things that I wanted to manifest as if they'd already happened. So that example I gave you earlier. And I was like, oh my gosh, I remember like all the things that I used to write every time I did this book, how I would like write down about like manifesting my husband, manifesting a house, manifesting career success, manifesting a book deal, manifesting my dog. And I have every single one of those things now. And it was just such a beautiful moment of, what a good problem to have, that I'm really trying to think about what I want to manifest. Like, what a good blessing to have that all of those things I wrote down all those years ago, I now have in my reality. And that is the power of gratitude. And it's really making gratitude, fit into your day. And one thing that I've actually been doing, which isn't in the magic, about the only thing I haven't mentioned from the magic in this video, is a gratitude walk. So I've been doing this with some of my friends, and when we walk our dogs, we just send a little voice note to the group of what we're grateful for. And I've started doing this in like lunchtime because I feel like my gratitude practice in the morning sets me up for the day, so I don't really need it. And in the evening, I have my gratitude practice as well, where I give thanks for all the amazing things that happen throughout the day, what made me smile, and set an intention for the next day ahead. So in the middle, sometimes I can feel a bit like, we feel the midday slump, right? So I've started this gratitude walk with my friends where I voice note them in the middle of the day, and I will just say what I'm grateful for as I'm out in nature, walking the dog, the sun's shining some of the time. And it's just so magical to bring that intention into my walk instead of like listening to a podcast or just voice noting, or, I could even give the gratitude to myself in my mind. Like, it works just as well. But I think doing it in a group is so powerful because then you get to hear everyone else's gratitude and you just feel the energy and spark of gratitude as a collective, as a little group. So that's been something that's also been lighting me up recently, and another just beautiful way I can incorporate gratitude into my day to be more intentional and just bring that wonder into a dog walk. So those are my gratitude reminders for you, and I hope that these have been helpful, and I hope it might have been a little reminder for you to maybe pick up the book or pick up a book on gratitude, or just bring these simple exercises into your day. Gratitude is just such a beautiful practice, and I would recommend it to absolutely everybody who's manifesting, who's wanting to feel good. If you're wanting to feel a shift in your vibration, in your day, in your desires, get grateful. Get grateful. Catch yourself complaining. It's so easy to do. Catch yourself and reframe it into gratitude. And, we're human. We have thoughts. It happens. Like, we're not going to have positive thoughts for all 80,000 thoughts that we have every single day, right? But the more that you can turn those thoughts into gratitude, even in those moments where we need to call upon it a little bit more, you're going to see the power of gratitude flow throughout your day, and more magic and awe and wonder happens as if by magic. Anyway, I hope this video has been helpful, and I would love to know your top gratitude practices in the comments below to share with everybody else watching, to give them some ideas and inspiration and what works for you. I'd love to hear. And if you've loved the magic as well, then let me know. Have you read the book? Did you like it? I think it's so much fun to pick up the books that we used to read right at the beginning of our journey, because it literally feels like a brand new book, reading it all these years later and just seeing how much manifestation has changed my life over these 10 years that I've been doing this book, this practice, everything. Like, it's so wonderful to see. And I'd love for you to reflect with me as well about what has manifested into your life through the power of gratitude. And everything that I've mentioned, including the book, will be linked down below for you, so you can go and check those out as well. And I'm also going to link, I forgot to say this, but I'm going to link my gratitude meditation here on my channel. I have a morning one and an evening one, and also some more gratitude tip videos as well if you want to go a bit deeper with this practice. So make sure to go and check those out. And I would love to know, what 3 things are you grateful for today? Let's start a gratitude train in the comments. Come on, put it down below. What are you grateful for? Let's start off this movement of gratitude by saying what we are grateful for. And first thing, I'll go off first. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for all of you who watch my channel, who subscribe, who comment, who give my videos love, who return to my videos, who are new to my videos. And I'm so grateful that my videos get to help thousands and thousands of you change your lives too. But thank you so much, gorgeous souls, for watching. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because we'd love to see you again soon. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments box down below, because we reply to them all. And don't forget, you can also join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls, where we talk all things Law of Attraction and spirituality. I hope you have an incredible week, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you all in my next YouTube video, which will be next week. Lots of love.